Emails have an open rate of about 20 to 30%, and WhatsApp has an open rate of about 90 to 98%, making it extremely valuable to business owners. So in this video, I'm going to show you how we can set up an AI agent to essentially act as a full-time sales associate for any business. So the first thing we need to do over here in WhatsApp is click this add step button and come over and find the WhatsApp Business Cloud module. Over here, we're going to select the on messages, and in here, we need to connect it to a WhatsApp account. So as you can see here, the credentials we need is a client ID and a client secret. Now to get these, we need to come over here to business.facebook.com, and you're going to log in with your Facebook account. I'm assuming you already have an account. So in here, I'm going to log in with my Facebook account. Now when you log in, you will be met with a page like this, where you come down here to the settings, and we'll need to create an app. As we come down here to the settings, under the accounts tab, we're going to come over here to where it says apps. We're going to click in here and we're going to press add over here so we can create a new app. We're going to come up here and press create a new app ID. And here we're just going to select create app. We're going to give this app a name. I'm going to call this Work Ready AI Demo. For the email, I'm going to connect it to my work account. Click next. Over here, we're going to come down to others. We're going to select other at the bottom and go to next. And up here, we must select the business and not consumer. Select next. And over here, these are basically all of the details that we've just picked out. In this, as you can see over here, we have a business portfolio. Back over here in this step, when you sign in, it should create you a business portfolio. But if it doesn't, come over here, come down here and select create a business portfolio. When you create that business portfolio, you'll see it over here. You can give it whatever name. I've named it after my company, and we can select create app. Now that the app has been successfully created, we're going to click over here and we're going to press set up WhatsApp. In here, we're going to grab this app ID, copy that, bring it back over to N8N, and we're going to put that in here as a client ID. And for the client secret, we're going to come back over here and we're going to copy this app secret right here. We're going to bring that back over to N8N and drop it in here. And now we should be ready to go if we click save. Connection tested successfully, so we're ready to connect. This is going to be receiving messages right now. Now we're going to come back over here. We're going to go down here to the product section, and we're going to come down here to where it says WhatsApp and API setup. It's asking us can it connect to the business portfolio, which we created in the previous step. So we're going to press continue. And as you can see down here, it has given us a test number. So this is a number that we're going to text, or we're going to send a message to see if our trigger is working. Now before we send over a message, because we're on a test number, we can only send messages to numbers that have been confirmed. So down here, you're going to select a to recipient, and you're going to manage the phone number list. In here is where I'm going to add in my own phone number. When I add in my own phone number, that just gives us access for us to be allowed to send messages over to the test number. So I'm going to come in here, put in my phone number. Okay, so now after that we have our number in here, we're going to come up here and press generate access token, in which we're going to use later, but we need to press it now so we can do other stuff. So we're going to press generate access token, continue as follow. I'm going to select all, continue, meta business, save. And it says follow lorry has been connected to Work Ready AI Demo. We're going to press got it. Okay, so after we generate that access token, we're going to come down here and we're going to press send message. And you can see down here it says test message has successfully been sent. So it has sent a message over to my WhatsApp, and we can come over here right now and test, and you can see here the test number has sent me a test message. So we know that we now have access to that number. We can come over here now to N8N and we can press execute workflow. And if I send a message back over here to the test number, like saying hello, I send that message, we should receive it over here on N8N. And as you can see there, we just received a message. If we click in here, we can see what the message was. So you can see here, if we come down here, you can see in the messages section, the body says hello. So we now are receiving messages over here on N8N. Now the next step to do is to connect up an AI agent so it's able to handle these messages, know a little bit about the company so it can answer messages for whatever the users may have or whatever the leads may have. And also we'll connect Google Calendar so it's able to book into the calendar, it's able to check free slots. And for this example, we're going to build it for a car dealership company. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to select AI, and we're going to use the AI agent node. Okay, now after we select this AI agent, we're going to give it a prompt to tell it exactly who it is. So if we double click in here, you can see we already have the prompt message, and which you can see it is here. You are an AI assistant for a car dealership WhatsApp line called DriveMax Motors. Your goal is to handle inbound WhatsApp messages from leads in a friendly, efficient way. Your responsibilities are available car types, test drive process and booking times, finance and insurance, opening times, etc. So we give it just a little bit more detail about the company and examples on how to respond. And we also tell it here's some mock data like the dealership name, the location, the opening hours, common car types, financing options, and our contact number. But an important part about this prompt is how we tell it to book viewing. So you can see here when somebody wants to book a visit or test drive, check the connected calendar for available slots. Only offer times at least 1 hour from now. Each booking lasts 45 minutes. Once confirmed, create the calendar event and the chat details, name, phone, car model, date, time, etc. So now that that is done and we have that prompt in here, we need to connect the chat model to this. So I'm going to come down here, select chat model, and we're going to look up AI. I'm going to use the OpenAI chat model, and we're going to use GPT-5. We'll use GPT-5 Mini because it's quick. It's also cheap as well. So now to see this working, we can quickly come in here and execute this step to see what it looks like in terms of responding. So it's going to use the first message that we sent over here, which is hello. And we're going to use this as a quick test. And as you can see, it responds back with hi. It says, hi, welcome to DriveMax Motors. How can I help you today? I can help you book a test drive, etc, etc. So it's responding, it's doing the job, and that's what we need. The next step we need to do is we need to add a tool, and we're going to come over here and we're going to add the Google Calendar tool. So I'm going to come down here, select Google Calendar, and in here we're going to connect to our account where you just sign into Google. It's very straightforward. And then for the tool description, we are going to set this manually. We're going to say in this tool description, this is to create an event in Google Calendar. For the event, we're going to keep all of this the same. We're going to select the calendar, Folio Laureate Work Ready AI. And for the start and end date, we are going to click this button here, which lets the model define these parameters. So we'll click that for both of these. And now the start and end date are going to be selected by ChatGPT over here. Now this is only to create an event, and we need one that actually checks the calendar's time. So we're going to come over here and we're going to add another calendar tool, and this calendar tool is now going to be, instead of set automatically, we're going to set this manually, and this is the tool to, we're going to say here in the tool description, this is the tool to check for free and busy times. Then we're going to select it as event. Operation is going to be get many, because this is going to retrieve all of the events from the calendar. In the calendar list, again, we're going to select Work Ready AI, and then down here we are going to click these two again, so the AI will choose what goes in there. So now we can do a really quick test. I'm going to execute this. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to execute this workflow. Now it's going to be waiting for us to send a message. As you can see over here, it's waiting for the event trigger. So I'm going to come over here to WhatsApp. I'm going to send a message over. I'm going to say, can I book a test drive for tomorrow at, let's say 10 a.m. Now it's going to get sent through here. As you can see, this triggered. Now the AI agent is working. It should come down here to check the events, see if there's any events on at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and then it should be able to output a response, which should be either yes, you can book that, or no, you can't. So you can see there, it checked all of the events. It's now back over here in the AI model, and now it's going to output something, a message that it would send back to the user. Okay, so this just finished. We can click in here, and you can see here it says, thanks, I'll check 10 a.m. tomorrow. It says I'll check, and then it says 10 a.m. tomorrow is already booked. I can do 12 p.m. or 2 p.m. or 3:45 p.m. which works for you. Also, please send your name, phone number, and all of these details. Then we can come over here to my calendar and check if them times are available. And as you can see over here in my calendar for tomorrow, all of these times I've gone, and it suggested these 3 times which are here, which is perfect. So we know that it's working, but the next thing we need to do, and the final part, is send a message back. So we're going to come over here and we're going to select WhatsApp. Again, WhatsApp Business Club, send a message. And over here in the credentials section, we have different credentials that is needed. So to trigger is a set of credentials that we went through already. To send a message is a different set of credentials. So over here where it says access token, we're going to come back over here to this page, which is the API setup. We're going to come up here to the access token that we just created. I'm going to copy this, bring it back over here and put it in here as the access token. And then for the business account ID, back over to this page again, and we're going to copy this business account ID and drop it in here, and we're going to click save, and the credentials were successful. Okay, so now that we have all of our credentials for the send message, we need to configure the rest of this. So for this, obviously the message is going to be what we are sending back. The operation is going to be send, and then over here we are going to use the test number, which it automatically gives us, so you don't need to do anything here. And we're going to use that test number which it gave us. And then for the recipient's phone number, we're going to come over here to the WhatsApp trigger, and we're going to choose this. We're going to come over here to the WhatsApp ID, and we're going to choose that, and that's what the recipient's phone number is going to be. So basically the person that sent the message. And then down here for the text body, we're going to use the output from OpenAI, which is the output here, as you can see, from the AI agent. So I'm going to throw that in here. And now this is fully ready to go. So if we execute this workflow now, you can see it's waiting for a trigger event. So I'm going to come back over here to WhatsApp, and I'm going to send a message over like, hi, can I book a test drive for tomorrow at 2 p.m. If we send that over, it's going to trigger this first module, go through to the AI agent, and then it's going to check our calendar. After it checks our calendar, it's going to respond back to us, and then we should be able to also book a calendar appointment after a response. So you can see there, just check the calendar, also check the AI, and it's creating a response right now. And then it sends a message back to us over here, as you can see, hi, 2 p.m. tomorrow is available for a 45-minute test drive. I'm going to say, yes, can I book that for the Prius? And I also say, it's going to have your full name. My name is Folu Lori. My number is 1234567. And we can send that over. So before that, we're going to execute this, and we can now send this message back over. So as we send that message over, it receives it, and it's going to book us into that calendar slot now for tomorrow at 2 p.m. And then it's going to send us a message back, obviously saying the calendar has been booked. Okay, so the AI agent should be finishing up now. It has checked both calendars to make sure the time is free. It's also booked us into the calendar, and it's going to respond back to us now saying, all set Folu, the Toyota Prius test drive is booked for tomorrow at 2 p.m. Gives us a little bit more detail, and we can come over here now and check the calendar, and you can see here we have a booking in here for 2 p.m. tomorrow in that time slot. So that's perfect. Everything is done. The agent is now working. Obviously we can tell it to give the bookings labels and stuff, like maybe if we want it to put the person's name, etc. We can do all of that, but that's just the basics to show you how to connect the AI agent to WhatsApp, and how every business can benefit from having a full-time sales associate on their WhatsApp account. Now obviously you can add a bunch more stuff, like being able to check which cars they have in stock, etc. But that's it for this video. Please leave a like, it helps me out a ton. Also, if you want to learn how to build this stuff for yourself and download all of these templates, click the first link in the description, where I give you a full course on how to build this stuff and how to sell it, as I've scaled my agency to over 100k per month. That's in the first link in the description. But leave a like and let me know what you want to see next.